Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kevin here, and welcome back to another World of Tanks PC replay. Today's replay is of Dark 121008. I will be referring to him as Dark from now on, in his Tier 10 American medium tank, the M48 Patton, and he is on Live Oaks. Now, Mr. Dark here is going to have a very, very good game. The matchmaking, of course, Tier 10, and pretty much just Tier 9, split right in the middle. So pretty even matchmaking for being in a tier 10 tank. I guess you could get worse matchmaking by pitting like all tier 10s, make it more challenging. And you could definitely be in better matchmaking at tier 10 with like tier 8s and such. So pretty even matchmaking for him at tier 10. But like I said, he's playing this Patton here, and he's going to have quite a good game. Now, on Live Oaks Standard Battle, I typically would go to the northwest of the town. It does depend on the tank that I'm using, but I guess in a Patton this would be a pretty good spot to go to. Just looking at the map, this is a very, it's a very cornerstone part of that map where you can easily see that the team from the northeast and from the southwest would just meet up here where there's a lot of areas that you could fight around. For example, this ridgeline and this bridge, and this little like small lake area here and the small stream. Definitely a good area for Patton to be like looking over the hills, taking his shots where he can. And that's what Dark is going to be doing here for the early part of this game. And it's going to be really, really good for him. For example here, you'll just see him coming back up and down, constantly finding targets and doing quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure if this is where like the majority of his damage comes from, but I'm pretty sure that a good amount of it does come from this part of the gameplay. But he's going to watch his teammate here. This bad chat just get caught out by the T-54. He's going to make the T-54 back out though, so good teammate play there. The bad chat is getting pretty low for this early into the game though, so hopefully the bad chat doesn't die too early, because that's a pretty important thing to have in this kind of a matchmaking. But like I said, I've never played the M48 Patton. I probably would have gone down this tank line if I didn't go down the T125, which is the Tier 10 American heavy tank. Oddly enough, the M48 Patton is actually bigger than the Tier 10 American heavy tank for being a medium tank, but that's World of Tanks. Of course, the M48 Patton has got the mobility that the T125 doesn't have, but the T125 and the Patton, I think, are very similar in a lot of ways. Of course, they both have like really good guns. I love the T125's gun. It's just amazing. Patton's got better mobility, but the armor, of course, goes to the T125 in terms of the frontal armor. Both have terrible side and back armor. We all know that. But I don't want to make this commentary about the T125. It is about the Patton. But I do want to make some more comparisons quickly about the two tanks. Nothing too in-depth. But like I said, I have played the T125 a lot. I played so many games in that tank. Not just on the World of Tanks Xbox beta servers. The World of Tanks Xbox, just the live servers. I've played it so much. I've gone up that tech tree like 3 times because I was dumb and sold the tier 10 tank one time. But I haven't played on the PC, so it could be a bit of a different story. You know what? Speaking of the PC, actually, the T125 just got a huge buff on the patch 9.10, I believe. That was a really big buff to the turret armor, I believe. Or I believe it was the little hatch on top. I can't remember the name of that. It starts with a C. Cupola or something? Cupola? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But that got a pretty big buff. And that thing now is an absolute monster. Very, very versatile tank. Very, very good on the PC now. It still has been good for a long time, in my opinion. But the F48, I don't know if it's better or worse. I prefer the T125, but I haven't played it, so it would be pretty ignorant of me to talk about it and comparing the two a whole lot. I do like the gun better on the T125, of course, but I like the mobility that the Patton has. But I would say I would pick a T125 over a Patton, but I haven't played the Patton, so I won't talk about it for too long. But obviously, Dark here is going to have an absolute beast gameplay, no matter, regardless of what I say. And he does catch this T95 here under bridge. I have played the T95. That was the first tank line I went down after the T125 line. Was the American tank destroyers through the T95 to the T123. And that was not a very good spot for the T95 to be in, under a bridge up that close to the enemy's lines. But that's something the Patton can do really well, just get around an enemy tank like that, and especially a T95. Really, any tank could get around a T95 in that scenario. But Dark here, he's in a pretty tricky situation. it is 10 to 10. And when I mean tricky, I don't mean like he's in a really bad spot or anything. I mean that he's in a pretty good spot, but I mean he's going to have to do something to win this game. He spots, oddly enough, a T125. He's going to take a quick shot there. It's going to bounce right off the T125's frontal upper glacis, it looked like. And that's an auto bounce. But you'll see here, he's going to actually duel with this T95, or excuse me, this T125. And he's going to have a little bit of a rough time. He's loading his premium rounds. And the reason being is I think he knows that the turret got buffed on the T125. Before it was pretty easy to pen, but now it's quite strong. So he's going to use his premium rounds. Let's see if he can go ahead and get that top of the turret part there. I'll just call it a hatch from now on. He does get a first hit into it. He's looking for the second one, and then a teammate comes up and saves him. But, oh no, there is something else. There is another T125. So it was a smart choice there that he didn't go around that hill to fight them. That's probably what I would have done. I would have gone around that hill to try to just kill that T125 really quickly, the other one that just died. And I feel like that other T125 would just absolutely wreck me. So really good, decision making there from Dark, because I feel like that's where I would have died going around that hill. And there's a T10 too, a tier 9 heavy tank, so very good decision making. Maybe he saw them on the map, I'm not sure. But right now he's going to be doing that tactic of coming up and down and really punishing the T125 and the T10, and they're just going to be bouncing off his turret. I'm pretty sure T125 could pen a M48 Patton's turret in some spots. I'm not sure which ones, of course, the weak spots. But when it comes to the turret as whole, the gun mantle and such, you're not going to pen that really easily. He might, maybe if you could with the premium round, I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with the gun mantlet armor compared to a premium shell from T125. But I imagine a gun mantlet, nonetheless, at tier 10 would be very strong. And you'll see here, though, he's in a pretty good spot. He's got 1200 HP. A bit more than that, but the game is still 11 to 11. He's really making good use of coming out of the bridge here, and he tried to angle that shot away, but the T125's gun is very, very good. Very high penetration. But he's going to come around here, and he's going to try to finish him off. Doesn't get the roll he needs. He wants one more. And the T125 decides to look the other way and get killed. If I was that T125, I probably would have just tried to get one more shot into the Patton there and hope for a good roll, even though the best roll you can get on the T125 is 500 HP. But nonetheless, the T125 is dead and the T10 is dead. So good job there from Mr. Dark here. I don't know why I keep calling him Mr. Dark from Dark. And his decision making. Can't speak today. But it is 13 to 11, and he's looking to close out the game. And at this point, he's done 6.7k damage. A very, very good game. But he's not done yet, you guys. Trust me, he's not done yet. Let's go ahead and check out the who's left. We have a T123 and a T30. Both of those tanks can one-shot this Patton at 549 HP very, very easily. So he has to be very smart in how he wants to engage with these tanks. Spots a T30 in the open. And he's going to be really picking apart this T30, I would assume, from now on. I don't see this T30 doing very well once this Patton gets in a good spot to him. But the T30 is in a relatively good spot to be engaging a Patton. I mean, the Patton's going to have to get around him, and that's going to be really hard. It's going to waste a lot of time. So I'm going to assume the Patton's going to pop out here to try to get a quick shot out again. We'll see. Yes, he does. One more shell should finish him off, unless he gets a bad roll, I assume. He's got the reload. Ooh, T30's looking, though. Oh, now he's not. He's going to pop out now. But the artillery, or excuse me, what was that? No, that's the artillery talking shit. The T62A on his team got the kill. Those artillery who just love talking in the chat, whatever. But at this point, we have one tank left, and it's the T123. Now, we don't know how much HP the T123 has, but the T123 can easily one-shot this Patton, and the T62A doesn't have a whole lot of HP left as well. I mean, he's at 49%. I'm pretty sure he can be a one-shot as well. I'm not... Can I switch and check? No, I can't. I'm going to assume that guy can get one-shotted if the T123 gets a good roll. If not, it's obviously a two-shot kill on the T62A. But let's go ahead and find out. Maybe the T123 is going to get him. Oh, wow. That was super close. Okay, let's go and get him the zoom in. The T123 right there missed. Now, that was a very clutch shot by the T123, if it would have been clutch. But unfortunately, the T123 did miss. It looks like it was a pretty quick shot, like I mentioned, but he did miss, and the Patton is still alive. Now, look what they're doing here. You got the Patton going up to the left, and you have the T62A up to the right. Now, in this scenario, one could very easily die, then one could get the kill. But they're playing it pretty smart here. They're kind of waiting back, waiting for the T123 to shoot. T123's got very good frontal armor. Even that lower plate is still pretty strong. And you'll see that he's going to have to load some premium rounds here to get that nut cracked. Let's see what he does, though. I mean, if you get around the T123, it's going to be a kill. But that's the hard part, because this T123 is holding off the bridge area here. He gets another good shot in there. Didn't need a premium round for that one, but he had it loaded up. The two lions go in for the kill on the prey. He's sneaking up closer and closer. They're both kind of moving up, trying to get the attention of the T123. Now right here, I felt like he could have just gone around and killed the T123. He did hesitate a little bit, but he did draw the attention from the T123, which allows the T62A just to absolutely wreck him. So I think this is a really good teammate play here. He's going to go ahead and track him. Nice shot there. And the T123 doesn't have the gun depression to get the Patton, and he's going to finish him off with a shell into the lower plate. So there you guys have it, and that was an absolutely beast gameplay from Dark here. Let me show you guys. A total of 100, let's go to the without premium, 83,000 silver and 1,377 XP, all base there. A mastery badge class, ace tanker, got the Confederate medal and the high caliber, for a total of 8,494 damage. An absolutely beast gameplay. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.